I'm Mr. Conaway. I'm trying to do requirement 5 of the bicycling merit badge, which is how to replace a flat. Removing the tire, replacing or repairing the flat, and remounting the tire. So here is a flat bicycle wheel. The first step you're going to want to do is, well, remove it from the bike so it's easier to work on. You do that by removing the quick release and then unscrewing the knob. Oh, restart, cut.
Nope.
You're going to want to release the brakes first, then the quick release, which is the thing on the side. This thing on the side. And then you unscrew the knob on the other side, which will make it looser, and then you pretty much just remove the frame of the bike, like you pull it up and it should like jiggle out a bit. After that, you're going to want to find tools, which is pretty much just the tire irons and a pump. With the tire irons, you have to take the bead, or like the rim of the tire out, like this, if you can tell, and then put it on the spoke. And put it on the spoke so that it stays out and you can use it as a base for your second tire iron, which with this, you just bring it around the bead and and the hardest part of this is getting it started, like actually getting your second tire iron in and starting to move it around. I'm struggling. Dad, I need help. And then you just keep running it along. The hardest part will always be the beginning. I had to get help from my dad to get it started. And then once you get it all the way around, if you hit your second tire iron, or your first, it'll just hit it. And then, you have to find the inner tube of it, which is just like a rubber tube. And your inner tube, the hardest part will be always be of this step anyway, will be getting the valve out. Like, and then you want to pull it out, but since this is still a good one, I'm gonna leave it in. And with the second one, I'll demonstrate what you'll do with your new one. With your second one, as per example, you don't want to put it in like this. You want to pump it up a bit so that it has some structure and can go in. You'd insert it by first unscrewing the nozzle and then sticking the two pieces together. And then you want to pull this up so that it stays, right? And then pump it up till it has some shape. Like about this. And then, since I already have a good one, you just put it back in. But which is pretty simple. You just pull it up and push it in. You want to make sure it's in the rim so that So once you get the valve pull in, you're gonna have to re-bead your tire. which can be done with your hands, but it'll get harder towards the end, and you'll have to use your tire iron. Oh God, it's coming out!
Action.
Once it gets to the hard bit, where like you're struggling to do it, you're gonna need your tire-irons, or tire irons, as common people call them, to lift it up and, well, get it into the ring. Forgot what it was called there for a second. I'm in desperate need of some assistance.
Okay. Action.
Unlike getting the bead off, finishing is the hardest part, whereas beginning was with getting it off. Now, one of the final steps, well, I think, yeah, the second to last step is inflating it again, which is pretty simple. And on your tire, there should be a number. Am I looking on the wrong side? Yeah, it says right here, inflate to 30 to 60 PSI on the tire. You'll find something similar on your tire. And on your pump, there should be a gauge that tells you the current PSI or whatever unit is on your tire. Or whatever unit's on your thing. I called it the wrong thing. Then you put it on and latch it like you did with the first time. You're just going to have to pump it more. And because you're going to pump it more, it's going to be a little more challenging. But not impossible. Sorry.
Cut.
So I've gotten it to, say, 50 PSI. And then the second, well, yeah, you unplug this and take it off. But yeah, have to find the plug for it so that it doesn't lose air. Or, I got stuck. And the final step's pretty similar to the first, where you roll the frame over the wheel and get it on these areas right here. And then you screw it in, use this thing to screw it in, and then flip the lock. What? Oh yeah. And then the final step is attaching the brakes. You probably want to give it a spin to make sure that the brakes aren't rubbing. And yeah, thank you for listening.